Multiplying two matrices only works when you compare their dimensions. Okay. This is a 3 by 2. What's the number of rows? There's 3 rows, 1, 2, 3, and 2 columns, right? 1 and 2. So it's a 3 by 2. This one here is a 2 by 2. The inside dimensions here say that the multiplication is possible only if those dimensions are the same. The number of columns in matrix 1 has to be the same as the number of rows in matrix 2. The outside numbers state that this is going to be a 3 by 2 matrix when multiplied together. So 3 by 2 matrix has 9 entries. This entry here, we need to go across that row and down that column. The 2 times 3 makes a negative 6, and the 4 times 4 makes 16. Adding those two is going to give you a 10. And that's how the multiplication works. Whatever entry you want, like this entry here, okay, that's going across the middle row and down this column. So go across the middle row and down the column. Negative 1 times negative 1 is 1. Negative 3 times negative 2 is 6. 1 plus 6 is a 7. Well, let's go on. Let's complete this first column here. If I want the next entry, that's this row and that column. Negative 3 times negative 1 is 3. Negative 3 times 4 is negative 12. 3 and then a negative 12 makes negative 9. Now we move down here. Same column, different row. 0 times negative 3 is 0. 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. 0 and negative 8 added together is negative 8. And move back to the top row, down that column. 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. Negative 2 and negative 8 makes negative 10. And then we need to drop down to this row. 0 times negative 1 is 0. Negative 2 times negative 2 is 4. 0 plus 4 is 4. Evaluate a 3 by 3 determinant. I notice that this column includes a 0 right here. So I'm going to expand along this column using the cofactors and the minors. And if we choose 2 as a cofactor and cross out the row and column containing that 2, the minor that's left over is this 2 by 2 determinant, negative 6, 1, 2, negative 3. When we subtract, if we use this now, this 3 as a cofactor and cross out the row and column, that's going to leave a minor of 0, 3, 2, negative 3. And then we have to add, if we use 0 as a cofactor, it actually doesn't matter what the minor is, because 0 times anything is just going to be 0, so we don't have to bother down. Now, the determinant of a 2 by 2 matrix is A times D, which is 18, minus B times C, which is 2. Same thing. This one here, it's A times D, which is 0, minus B times C, which is 6. 18 minus 2 is 16, times 2 is 32. Negative 3 times negative 6 is 18. That results in a 50. This will be the end of part 3.